Hello and welcome back. We have a huge game here for our semi-final. It's going to be England 1, which we can now maybe just call England against Sweden. Sweden, who are on the brink of going out, have managed to take the scalp of France and then take down Scotland. And now they've got England in their sights lined up. They've already done it twice. Can they do it again, Wonderboy?
Well, I was quite looking forward to this being an England versus Scotland showdown, but Scotland in true form, not making it to the far enough stages for that matchup to happen. Just like real world sports. But Sweden, I think, have been the surprise package for me this entire tournament. To see them come back from what was 2-0 down against Scotland in the last series that we just saw, I think for me puts them right up there with contenders for the entire tournament. The fact that they're into the semi-final now, they're in the final four, they're against the big boys. I think, they've gotten this far. I think they've got a real chance.
They've taken, like we said, they've taken down Scotland. They would have been considered favourites. They've taken down France, who would have been considered hotly contested favourites. Then on the other side, we have Germany playing Central Europe as well. So Germany, who are maybe odds on now to make it to the finals, could we see it be England, Germany in the old rivalry of the finals, or will Sweden throw something into it? We mentioned off stream that if we get to England playing Germany in the finals, I'd like to see a top middle style penalty shootout where everybody has 1v1s. So if you die, that you've missed your penalty shootout, and we try in true fashion get Germany to win, get it over the line in penalties.
Yep, that would be I feel like there would be some PTSD involved there, but that would be cool if we could do penalties where it's just like a 1v1 snipes first to one, and if you get out sniped, you miss your penalty. That would be cool. But we have another giveaway, don't we? Richard?
We do.
Tell them about the giveaway.
We have a giveaway. So lowercase armed, ARMED, just in case you can't understand my thick Irish accent. The word is armed, all in lowercase. I'm sure we will roll that then at the end of the series, and we'll get another winner, which will of course be me because it's rigged. It will be me again, just trying to get that nameplate by any means necessary. I'm trying to snatch it out of the hands of men, women, or children. It doesn't matter. I want that nameplate.
So this, I think, is going to be a bit of a different test for Sweden. And we're going to see if they are real contenders for the finals, because not only do they have to get past England here, obviously, but they have to get past one of Central Europe or Germany in the final, which are two huge, I suppose you can't really call Central Europe a nation, but two huge teams left in this tournament. But the first real test, the second real test, I suppose, after Scotland, for Sweden is this England 1 team, which is Jimbo, Precisionite, Hollers and Marine, who are all really, really strong players. I think
got pedigree.
You could maybe argue on that Scottish lineup there were a few, I don't want to say weak links, but there were a few sore spots in there that if everyone wasn't playing on the same page or playing as well as they possibly could have to the best of their abilities, as we saw a couple of times in that series, that allowed the door to be open to Sweden. I think Sweden are going to be very lucky in this series with this caliber of player to have that same opportunity. So for me, I want to see Sweden maybe make their own luck in this game and really step up to the plate and see if they can maybe pin down some of these star-studded players on the England roster.
Yeah, with the Scottish roster, we had a couple of players that maybe weren't as practiced and haven't played the game as recently. We had the likes of Ads and we had Blight, who have come back only sort of recently. But with this English roster, maybe maybe Hollers is probably the only player who's least practiced, but Jimbo's been on quite a bit, streaming quite a bit. Marine and Precisionite, they've been making waves. Precisionite, especially as he's been winning tournaments and getting far in even our doubles tournament. I think he's been doing well in SWAT competitions and other competitions across in the NA side of things as well. So it's going to be a tough ask for Sweden, but they've done it twice. When they've been asked, they've come back from the brink. Can they do it again? Can they actually start on the front foot here and put their best foot forward on flag, on truth? They already took down Scotland 3-0, and they'll be looking to get a similar score going here. Camouflage will be up as we get Blind top middle, looking to put some shots down. As you see, those English players have dropped down now for the Camouflage, and it is going into the chest, and it looks as though that player is going to stay alive as well. So not a great start if you're a Sweden fan.
Yeah, Marine with the Camouflage. He's last alive momentarily for England. He's still alive here and has taken down Lundy. So a really good showing there from Marine early on. Disappointed, I have to say, from the pressure or lack thereof from Sweden. And basically, I mean, all Marine and I think Jim had to do was just take down one Swedish player, and the power up was there. Good job by Hercules, shuts down the camouflage, and Precision Knight's the last alive here for England. So now Beatley, Hercules, they can all push out and start to get some map control, and well, hopefully for them, they can start to push towards the English base.
Good job by Hercules shutting down that camo player, but equally maybe Marine died a little bit too easily, got averaged, as you say. Didn't need to take that fight, especially after his teammate had already fallen. You want to be taking the favourites then, taking down that player. But Hercules, he answered back, he shut down that camouflage player. That's a great job out of him. But as the flag is out, it's already on Karen. It looks as though they're going to counter-pull themselves here. Both flags out, England and Sweden, they're scrambling for some sort of control in this game.
Yeah, England playing relay currently on this Swedish flag. It's really, really tricky for them to pull this off, especially when you consider most of the Swedish lads are going to be coming off the respawn on the carbine side, and that's what happens.
Looks as though
for
you have been
Beatley.
transition to gameplay here, Spilly.
Well, we've been talking nonsense.
We've just been doing radio commentary for everybody in the stream.
It's 0-0. There was no camouflage. You didn't really miss much, to be honest with you. So here you are, back on the game. Congratulations. It's still 0-0.
Welcome. Come on in. Bienvenue, willkommen, as where you've missed 2 minutes of the game, but look, it's almost like a full reset because camouflage is going to pop again.
Chat,
you haven't missed much.
Tell me honestly, was I picking my nose? I thought we were watching the game.
Yeah, I didn't even have my pants on. So
or
here
if
we
you
are.
saw something you didn't want to see.
Yeah. Whereas their Polly's being picked at the moment. Precision Knight putting some shots down. Beatley's in the respawn. Double kill for Beatley in the kill feed. Great job out of him. That flag is out, but it hasn't made much progress on the map, and Sweden look to pull a flag of their own. They're moving it over P side.
Not sure if
England
I would be running this if I was Sweden. Jimbo has camouflage behind the flag carrier. Precision Knight's still doing work as well, and he can run this flag all the way through to the pink side. For Jimbo now with camouflage, just keep an eye on that kill feed while we're watching Precision Knight fight this guy P1, because if Jimbo can pick up kills, which he can't, then England have a real shot of getting a flag on the board. But well done by Sweden, shutting down the power player on the map. And, well, it's as you were, 0-0.
Honours even. It's split equally across the map at the moment. No team really able to utilise that camouflage and put it into use and maybe get a little bit of an advantage by the way of a cap. 0-0, zilch to zilch. Won't be another camouflage on the map for another minute and change. But Jimbo's back base of the Swedes, but Hercules puts 5 shots into him. Lundy, he's down on Carr. Can he get the melee in? He can, but Hollers gets that kill. Hercules gets a perfect kill. Beautiful 5 on the Precision Knight, who was not an easy man to kill by any means.
Problem is, from Sweden, the fact they're getting these kills is great, but they're not really advancing up the map after them. They're just taking a little bit too long dwelling in their base. I know they're all trying to recharge their shields after the team fight, but you can do that on the move, and that's allowing England spawners to come up and fight them at the halfway mark as opposed to in their own base. And that's why we're seeing Sweden be a bit more methodical in terms of clearing out some of these angles and making sure that the English players go down. Now we're seeing off-screen Hercules trying to pinch the pink side, but Blind is a huge player and he's just got 2 kills of his own as the players were almost pinched in the carbine side of their own base. But once again, despite all the kills here from Sweden, it's England who come out with a bit of map control, and it's Sweden that have some defending to do now with camouflage coming up very soon.
Camouflage up very soon, and we're getting a score update on the floor as Germany have 3-0'd the European side, and they will now be in the finals. So this is all set up. As long as Scotland, or as long as England, however, do not choke it here and can get past Sweden, we will have a beauty of a final. Either way, if Sweden make it, they've proven time and time again that they deserve to be there, such as their plays thus far throughout the tournament. But maybe the neutrals do want to see an England v Germany and maybe a Germany win.
I'll ignore that last comment. Marine has survived for ages, but camouflage has just gone down. No dongs involved. Right now, again, it seems a bit scrappy across the map, doesn't it? England, with 2 camouflages to their name, have yet to really put them into practice and be the difference maker.
Lundy has flag out here.
Yep, Jimbo needs to try and find Lundy if he can. Meanwhile, look at the kill feed. It's all England. And the last 2 Swedish players alive are coming off the respawn, so that will be a dead flag.
You can hear the crowd chanting, England, England. But can they get a score on the map here? Just like England fans, they do like to celebrate when it's too early. Just like that, down goes Marine. Sweden answering back, defending their base impeccably again, as they did against the Scots. There you go. Down goes Hollers as well. Great job out of Hercules and Lundy as they get kills in the feed. And Beatley charging up the street, looking to put some sort of pressure down on P2. He does, gets the kill onto Jimbo, taking it down to no shields momentarily. Has now regened. Great job out of him.
Yeah, the three lines at the moment really struggling to play on the same page. They're almost playing as 4 solo players as opposed to one team. And, well, Sweden, while we're watching Beatley contest over at the Carbine side, this is just a play to try and stall the players pushing across. Jimbo, caught unawares, will be taken down, but all the while we're talking, the flag's been on the move. Precisionite, though, has hopped the re. Flag back at home for England. Camouflage should be up fairly soon as well. Marine's been on top of those last 2, so they'll have the timing, will England. It's all about just keeping an eye on who grabs it, and it's Jimbo, the man with the camo.
Jimbo with the camo. Maybe we should shoot over to him and see what he can do with it. Can he utilize it? Turn this into a 1-0 game. Playing super patient. I love this from him. Trigger discipline. This is what we're talking about with the camouflage. Gets that nade. Gonna pop that player onto no shields. Great shot on the Beatley. Just if he had to fire this gun there instead, but he knows that player's weak. Can he get the melee? He can. Can they transition now? That flag is now P1. Great shot out of Hollers. Gets a big kill. That's huge.
I'll be running this
way
flag.
Will that shape this game. Get that flag running now. Hollers getting shot in the back. Wisely decides to take that fight down. Backs down for a moment, but Hercules gets the kill. Flag no longer moving.
It's a hesitation from Hollers that, I mean, hindsight's great, and you know, we can sit here in our ivory tower.
And we will.
With our player outlines, but Hollers just kills 2. That's fundamental Halo. You get 1 kill, you run it. You get 2, you're laughing. Why not keep running the flag? Instead, decides to hesitate. I know there were trades coming in from Sweden, and the Swedish players did well enough to stall the flag on their own. But for me, I think Hollers should be running that much earlier, and I feel like the British tabloids might be on his back.
Yeah, I can see that the headlines already as Hollers chokes the flag. Instead of this, it's trusting your teammates. Is that what the issue was? Just even if you lose your life there, you throw the flag far enough that your teammates can then recover, and then when you respawn, you can help them. But look at this now, Sweden, full pressure. Down goes Hollers. That's 3 dead momentarily. They will be getting that car spawns. Marine is the first one up, and he's the furthest forward on car slide. Shots go down. Hercules is running that flag in P side. This is going to be huge. Grenade comes through down to no shield, but that is 1-0 to Sweden. Great job out of them.
Huge cap for Sweden. England trying to counter with the flag run over to Carbine side. It's a really low percentage run over to that side of the map. I suppose it's maybe trying to drag some of the Swedish players away from the pink side, and maybe we're trying to play for camouflage here. Jimbo's the man fighting for it off your screen, as you can see in the kill feed. He's gone down, so Sweden keep fighting over towards the pink side. It's their first camouflage of the game. It's picked up by, I believe it was, it's Blind. It is Blind. So over on the English base, Blind is now skulking around with the camouflage, but he's gone down.
Blind for a moment, was blind to everybody else. Camo does burn though, not really able to utilize it, as that is a story that you hear more often than not. But Hollers has pulled the flag, looking to redeem himself, but can't, as Hercules shuts him down. Now Jimbo puts shots into Hercules, gets that kill. The flag is out, but the Swedes are starting to transition over there now, trying to defend themselves, which they've done impeccably so far. Precisionite throws a nade into P2, gets a kill onto Blind. Precisionite now bottom middle. What can he do from this position?
This is so sneaky. It's not often you think to look bottom middle if you are playing on truth, and if he can get to, which he does, this is huge. If I'm Precisionite, I screw my shields right now. I sprint towards that flag. I get that flag running as soon as possible while there's 3 dead. But instead, again, him getting his shields back right there, just not trusting his teammates to find that final kill, stops this entire flag run. And now England have to slay again against the Swedish spawners, and just like that, Sweden have the re. It's minute plays that, you know, at this level of play, in international level, we can say now, Richie.
Yep, we can.
You need to be making. I mean, you need to just be trusting that your teammates are going to find the final player and sack off your shield to get that flag moving as soon as possible.
Now, if you're Sweden, you don't want to fall into turtling up. You don't want to play full defense here. I know there's not a lot of time left, but still plenty of time for flags to be run. And they're being caught on the respawn quite a lot. And these England are pulling these flags a lot more frequently now. As Marines got it over the halfway line. This should be a cap. There were 3 dead. Make that 4 as Blind was killed on the respawn. This should be a cap to make it 1-1, and it is. And is that because Sweden invited on the pressure there, Wonderboy?
Yeah, maybe. maybe. I mean, it was a really good spell of pressure, and I think if England didn't come out of it with a flag capture, then I think they would have been really disheartened for the rest of the series. Marine, over challenging there for me. Hollers has the camouflage for England, so there may be a late charge here as we edge towards overtime for England to make something happen.
Here's Alex Ferguson managing and coaching this English side because they're rallying late here. A minute left and Hollers still has that camouflage, just waiting for his teammates to get a kill. There it is. Maybe start moving that flag now, Hollers. There it is. 2 dead. Get the flag moving. 50 seconds left.
Why
He's running the car? He's running the car.
Man.
It's a low percentage play. What's going to happen here? Can he get a 45 seconds? Grenades come through. Someone's going to need to get the re on that flag as well as they're coming back, putting high priority on this. This is incredible from England. 2-1. Only 35 seconds left. It's going to have to be perfect halo from Sweden now.
It really is. Game 1 looks certain now for England unless this carbine flag run by Beatley can yield some results. The carbine spawn from England comes up, but he's fumbled the flag. This is going to give England a slight window to invite some grenades on. Lundy with 2. This is going to be the tied up capture. 15 seconds left, and Sweden make the play.
With only 5 seconds left, we go to overtime, which is going to be 3 minutes, I believe, and we're going to see some more camouflage. But England put on a late rally, but just like that, Sweden answered back with a cap of their own, and here it is, overtime. Flag on the move again for the Swedes. Surely not now for England. Surely they're not going to lose 2 caps back to back.
The sleighs going their way, and if, well, Hercules goes down against this really weird fight against Hollers, he's doing a really good job actually of staying alive, and that's going to pull some resources away from the English push and back towards him. And this may seem like he's just jumping around and dying, but that made 2 English players come back and has relieved some of the pressure on the Swedish base. Blind now has to, well, be the first one to get a kill. He does, but Beatley going down might complicate things here for Sweden.
Complicate things as well. Hollers in the car side putting some shots down. Great work out of him. Lundy down contesting the camouflage. Is it up? Not yet. Flag is on the move for England though, but it's on the car side again, and like Harry said, it's a low percentage play, but they're looking to roll that dice now. Big kill out of Beatley onto Precision Knight. Jimbo trying to get a kill with the backstab, and great job out of him.
Needs this touch. Gets the touch. I'm not sure if taking it front side's the way to go, especially when you're low shields. And
it's unorthodox.
Yeah, Jimbo double backs there very, very smartly. Need Hollers to get some kills here. He takes down Beatley very well, but has no ammo to take down the flag player. The flag's being read. The flag's being run. Marine slots home the final flag, and England win on penalties. Finally, I mean, win on flag caps. Finally, game 1.
Game 1 goes to England, and what a game it was for game 1. These teams are neck and neck in terms of sleighs, in terms of resources. They played that really, really well, and in the end, it was a late rally from England, and it looked as though Sweden were able to gather themselves, gather the momentum, and start to work again as they got that cap. But England, importantly there, they get that cap that they needed most to go into game number 2 and take map 1. Great job from them.
Jules Rimet still gleaming. It's coming home. Just take a look at the damage dealt from Jimbo. 5,200. He and Precision Knight really laying down the fire, which allowed Marine and Hollers, as we see, less damage dealt. They were the 2 main camouflage players that I suppose you could say that we saw for England. And most of the time we saw Hollers pushing into the Swedish basement just to, again, pull some resources away and relieve the pressure. So certainly 2 team roles there on Truth. Knight and Jimbo doing most of the heavy damage, and Hollers and Marine starting to flank. And it's an impressive win on Truth for England. And I'll say that because of what we saw out of Sweden in the previous series against Scotland, right? We saw how decisive they were, working as a unit, doing things together. So the fact that England were able to nullify that with their play by getting in behind them and making them come back is really impressive.
I want to touch upon the kills are spread almost evenly. There's only 6 kills between all of the team members there on England, but Jimbo and Precision Knight with huge assists, 28 and 26 respectively for them. And like you said, really putting down the damage and then trusting in their teammates to get the kill. You're seeing Jimbo at times shooting people in base, and although he can get the kill himself, he turns away and looks towards P side, just respecting and knowing that his teammate is going to get that kill. And Sweden were outslayed, but they were in that game the whole time. So it's a great job. If you can get outslayed but only lose the game by 1 cap in overtime, you're doing a great job of that. Objective efficiency was fantastic out of them, and it'll put them in great stead if we get to game 3 and game 4 with them being objective games. But right now they have a Slayer, and we're gonna have to. I will Pip and put my body on the line here and say I think this is going to be an England win. With how the first game went, with how the Slaves were so heavily in their favour, this could be an England 2-0, and maybe we'll get a reverse sweep in no time again.
Yeah, Plaza Slayer to come. It's the perfect type of game type that can make or break a series for Sweden, right? When you lose game one, I mean, again, I can't say that this early on in the series because, you know, just the last series they came back after being 2-0 down, but you feel like this English team is a bit of, as we would say, different gravy to the Scots who fell in the previous round. So you can't really afford to go 2-0 down here against England. But no. Plaza Slayer, again, you grab the overshield, you grab the sniper, all of a sudden you have a 10-point lead off of those two things alone. If you can put them into practice, then it seems a bit more comfortable going into the next rotation of those weapons and power-ups. So that's what we need to see from Sweden. It's all about this first fight, though. We'll see if they can win it.
I have it on good authority. The Swedes only actually decide to play when they've gone 2-0 down. Will we see that again here? Jimbo looking to contest that overshield. Great job out of him. It's going to get burned as Hercules popped it into his chest rather than try and take the kill onto Jimbo, which he would have been in favour had he decided to kill him first, then go for the overshield, but prioritised the overshield and paid the price with his life. A great job out of Jim. That's 3 kills to 1 in favour of England early doors.
Yeah, smart from Jim. If he doesn't get the OS there, obviously he gets the burn water no-scope from Precisionite. Smart from Jim, not only because, you know, it burns the overshield, but knowing that you're spawning blue side more often than not, you're going to be winning that sniper fight. Allows Precisionite to be in this position. Jimbo chiming in with 2 kills, puts them up by 5. And now they have a sniper to pick off Sweden with. This is not the position you want to be if you're a Scandinavian player right now. Because Precisionite, he hits these shots. He's going to convert this sniper into probably 3 or 4 more kills. And, well, from that point on, you're in a bit of a tricky situation.
The Barbers was closed all during quarantine, but it looks as though Precisionite has decided he's going to give everybody a short back and visor as he takes the scalp of the Swedish man over on top left. His overshield will be up in another minute or so, but still has that sniper rifle in hand. 3 bullets left in the clip. What can he do with it? Can he put it to use? Already decided to find some bodies, to find some faces. Great job out of him staying alive with the sniper rifle and really using it to the best of his ability. Now on yellow ledge, a place that all players have been time and time again. It's a power position. Lovely shots from Precisionite. Picks up that double kill onto those players that were weak. Killing spree comes through, looking for that triple kill, but the player decided to back up as he fought one of Precisionite's teammates. Precisionite now transitioned over towards the snipe side. Will we see a fresh sniper rifle in his hands as well? Hercules gets 2 kills. There goes a face of Beatley though.
Yeah. I was going to say fair play to Sweden for being able to stay away from the sniper of Precisionite and hide away, make it really frustrating and make him work for the kills. But now they're just going down with overshield coming up. That should be an easy grab by Marine, I believe, off screen, who slams it in his chest full. So no OS for Sweden. Precisionite is still on this killing spree. Will he be put to bed?
Someone take him down!
Finally, he is. Marine has no OS left, but the damage is done. They're up by 7 now.
Up by 7 kills on board with Marine, the man that did have the overshield. We didn't get to see what he was doing. Such was Precisionite's incredible play with the sniper rifle, with the pistol, knowing when to back down, knowing when to play his life. Yes, there's Marine, backstabs onto Blind. He's completely unaware of his presence. Now putting some shots into Lundy on the Cine stairs. Will get that kill as well. Great job, great rotations out of England and out of Marine specifically.
First 2 kills in the team fight go to England. And it has I mean, Sweden are making it difficult on themselves here. You have to say, pushing solo when you've just lost 2 players, it's tricky. It's a tricky situation because you're essentially now trading 1 for 2, which is going in the wrong direction.
Yep.
If you trade 1 for 1, you know, you grab an OS, you grab a sniper, then fair play. But Precisionite is just on top of the sniper and he's not missing. Oh dear.
Oh,
Sweden.
Sweet Jesus.
Stick to making meatballs. Stick to making flat pack because this is dreadful.
He's putting on a clinic. I think I've actually started to drool. And he has put a bib or napkin. Such is the dominance that he's shown. But finally, someone takes him down. But will that sniper rifle? It does. It transitions over to Beatley. Maybe we can see if he can mimic and equalize the sniper rifle plays from Precisionite. Immediately put under pressure from Jim. But Jim now falls to Hercules. Lundy putting some pressure in towards yellow. Beatley backing down, still has 4 bullets to work with the sniper rifle, finds the body of Marine, that will be enough as he was weak, gets the no scope, can he finish it off? He can on the precision eye. Whatever you can do, I can do the same. Snapshot double kill.
Key kills here for Sweden as well because Overshield's coming up. So nice timing on the kills here from Beatley. Just needs to watch over Hercules while he slams the OS in. He grabs it, and now all of a sudden they're down by 6, but with OS and Sniper in their favour. That's key. Beatley can continue to convert this weapon into kills. It's another minute and a half until the next one comes up, so that's now out of play. They're down by 7. It's all about how Sweden as a whole can come together, push as a team and as a unit as they were against Scotland here against this English squad.
Is this English squad just got more firepower than the Scots did, and the Swedes finding it hard to deal with that pressure, coming unstuck here in the yard. That's 2 kills in favour of the English, and that's not what you want to see for Sweden. This player's surely going to fall. It's going to be a trade. Maybe Marine didn't need to lose his life there as he had his teammate Jim there. Didn't need to get within melee distance. Just use your pistol to extend that lead. But they're up by so many now, 11 kills to be exact. And it's going to be a tough ask for them to come back here for Sweden.
Oh,
Jim gets that incredible kill with the noob combo. Soars out, gets the headshot. Great plays out of him. He is shut down, but he got that kill when he really had no right to.
Yeah, 1 versus 2. You still managed to get a trade off. That's really, really impressive, and it's going to further demoralise the Swedes as they look to be facing a 2-0 deficit going into the rest of the series. England, dare I say it, looking towards the grand finals now. I don't want to jinx it, but
you just
if they continue this form, it might be coming home.
Could it be coming home? Still would have to take down Sweden in the map number 3 to get to 3-0, and then we'll be going into a best of 7 with the Germans, and we know how it goes. Germany against England. The old enemy generally comes up with the goods. Will that be the same in Halo as it is in football? But there it is. 50-39, and a lot of Swedes hung in there and looked dangerous at times. It was all England all of the time, and in particular Precision Eye going off towards that mid half of the game with the sniper rifle.
Yeah, credit to Precision Eye. He's going to be the one with the flashy stats, the +11 spread. That's mainly due to playing, further back with the sniper rifle, but credit to his teammates as well. Hollers, Marine, Jimbo, when he was getting those kills and putting the pressure on with the sniper, they were pushing towards those players and influencing spawns as well. So the fact that they were able to collapse on the call-outs from Precision Eye and the damage he was putting down makes England a real force to be reckoned with in this tournament going forwards.
Yeah, and like we said, Germany were able to take down Eastern Europe 3-0, and that's a huge score. That was a team of Spa and the boys. They got taken down by the Germans, so it looks as though the Germans are on form as well, and England are definitely on form as they're 2-0ing Sweden right now, and barring a collapse, a calamity, they could be in great stead to make it to the finals, but Sweden still have a little bit to do. They still have a game to answer back now. If they can answer back now and put the pressure onto England straight away, all of a sudden, Harry, it's 2-1, and very quickly it can become 2-2, and then when you make it to Game 5, Slayer, generally, if you're the team that's about to get reverse swept, the pressure is on you and you start to throw away and you start to crumble.
Yeah, they've got to get there first, though. And as we said before, this is not...
Can I not will it into existence? Is that not allowed?
You can try your best, but this isn't the same caliber of team as Scotland. This is an English team.
Can someone clip this?
Can someone clip this just in case? Proper English values. We don't throw away leads, right? We don't do all that. We're not Scotland. We're bleeding England and we're proud, right? God save the Queen. Yeah, that's what the producer just said. Thank God Croatia's not playing. Ain't that the truth? Crikey.
Can we get a random Croatian team in here? A Croatian team of 4. But our next game is going to be the Rig Strongholds. It's going to be huge. It's going to have huge implications on what way this series is decided. Will we see England in the final, or can Sweden make it there themselves? And what an upset that would be. Sweden taking out, if they could take out, they already taken out France, then Scotland, and then England. Surely you'd fancy them to take out England just on form alone, but they still have this English side to take out right now. They're down by 2. They need a big helping hand. They need teamwork in abundance. They need to play perfect Halo here, lights out from the get-go. No slow starts. You do it, and you do it now in Strongholds on the Rig.
I think this is a really good game type actually for the Swedes to come back in the series. Obviously, they have to, if they're going to come back, they have to win from here on out. But this is the type of game type, as we spoke about before. They're showing against the Scots really, really strong as a unit, as a team. They need to do that here on the Rig Strongholds. It's either win as a team or lose as individuals. So we'll see. We'll see which way this one goes. For me, it's about shutting down Lundy with the railgun. As you can see, he's got that. He's got 2 kills with it already. So if you can take that out of his hands, make it a bit more difficult for the Swedes, then, well, maybe you are looking at the grand finals if you're England.
Importantly, though, railgun was in the hands of the Swedes, but it's now transitioned. It's off the map, out of play, but he wasn't able to turn that into any sort of caps. Here we go. England now scoring 6-4. 7-4 now. Scatter shot in the hand of Precision. Like, great work out of him. Hercules out on the rafters. What can he do? Trying to defend this basement spawn. He can't, as he's taking down too much pressure on him. It looks as though England now are going to put pressure on this basement side.
Yeah, all this pressure and all these kills are coming in for England, but it's actually going to be Sweden who are approaching a triple cap here. If Beatley's able to get the final tick onto the nest, it would have been a triple cap in their favour, but instead it's scoring going to the 3 Lions. So very close for Sweden. Very, very close. A minute play. If Beatley's able to survive maybe a little bit longer, use that Swedish connection to his advantage, then they would have maintained scoring for a little while. But well, Camo coming up in around 30 or so seconds. Big period of the game now for Sweden to play and try and take England off the map. And guess what? They've got a triple cap to try and force them into some of the strongholds.
Trip cap in effect, and Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout is what they need. 19-21 score. When you have a trip cap, you score so quickly, so fast, your points tick up, and you feel them if you're on the opposite side as well. You see all those points hemorrhaging so quickly away from you. Any sort of equal footing that you had is then really taken away because of that trip. One mistake that maybe one player makes that means the trip cap in effect can pay dividends.
Well, the thing is, it's allowed Beatley to scoop up the railgun completely tax-free, because England were focusing on getting a stronghold back. That's the type of influence a triple cap can have on the map and the decisions that the enemy team are forced into making. So well done by Sweden. They are up now by almost 20. And England, they don't look like they're as coordinated as the Swedes so far in this game.
Yeah, they're a little bit disjointed, a little bit tentative at the moment. I don't see camouflage on the map. Precision right now has got the rail going, but scatter shot in the hand of Lundy, who's taken down 2 of the Englishmen. But then Marine answers back and shuts him down. Will get that scatter shot as well. So now scatter shot and railgun in the hands of the English. Can they look to turn this around? As they're already up by caps, can they make this a trip cap and get some more points on the board for themselves?
Yeah, 2 kills will help them. They weren't able to take the player out of the nest though. That's going to allow the other 2 Swedes to spawn over at BR base. That kill by Jimbo in the kill feed might just push England towards pressuring BR base early on, but they need to worry about the Swedes sneaking through the gaps and stealing a base out behind them. And if kills don't go England's way, that can easily lead to scoring going the other way. So, and just as I say that, BR base is taken back by the Swedes. Hollers with 2 kills. Make it a triple off your screens. He's on for an overkill here, Hollers, but he's not going to get it. Those 3 kills will allow England to try and pressure BR base.
That pressure came a little bit late. I was anticipating that the English might dive in there and really put the Swedes under pressure in that base, but almost let them get it for free and then decided to fight them as they tried to transition towards the basement side. As naturally, once you get that BR, you start to move towards basement around that yellow side, but Hollers was there to shut them down. But it looks as though they set up to nullify them, let them have the base, get the slays, and then transition that BR base back over to yourself. But now in basement, Jimbo is solo cap. You never want to see that, but it looks as though he's going to be uncontested.
Huge.
As the Swedes focus on
huge for
the
England.
BR.
The exact same thing happened to them 2 minutes ago. They had to try and stop the bleeding of a triple cap, and that allowed Sweden to get all the weapons. It's Sweden who still get the railgun, but Hollers has just scooped that one up, and Camouflage looks like it's ready to go into Marine's hands as soon as it pops up on the map. And well, there you go. He slams it in his chest, and thanks to the triple cap from Jimbo, especially, they now have camouflage, they now have railgun, and Sweden have to worry about both of those things.
If you're Hollers, do you give the railgun to the camouflage player here, or do you not focus on that sort of thing? Do you just let both players do their thing?
I tell him, you have to claw it out of my cold, dead hands.
Just to say that his cold, dead hands are on the floor as the Railgun is down as he lost his life. Doesn't look as though anybody's seen it. Yes, they have. Precision Knight now has it. Camouflage still in the hands of Marine, but big misplay in my opinion there. He soared out with Camouflage by himself towards that BR side. So a misplay from Marine. Will it cost him? Maybe not.
3 dead for Sweden. That's going to allow Jimbo to maybe push solo. I'd like to see some of the other English players either commit to this and help him out before the reset comes in, or just give it up. Instead, they're sort of caught in two minds here, and that's going to allow Sweden to get a foothold and a bit of pressure on the map, having taken down 2 Englishmen. So pretty tricky situation for England there, and it's good to see that Sweden are still giving it a good fight, even though they are down by over double the England score.
Over double the English score, but strongholds can be a cruel mistress. If you can get that trip cap and really make it stick, you can put some serious dents into that lead. As Jimbo looking to transition that BR base back over to the English. The 3 lions. Should we call them the 4 lions now because there's 4 of them?
I like
maybe
it.
Not, maybe not, but maybe we do. The 4 lions roaring here in full form. Railgun for blind, but is it too little, too late? As Jimbo gets a massive stick on the blind. Did he get that railgun off the map? I don't think it's going to matter for the time being. Sweden are getting the score, but only momentarily, as it looks as though Precision Knight is transitioning over towards Ness. Has decided to back that down and help his teammate in Whitehall. Beatley trying to desperately stay alive here. Get a kill onto Precision Knight. He can't. He's shut down. And now it's 2 people down for Sweden. Full team for England. Are they going to look to maybe put some pressure on? As you can see, Marine now has the railgun. What can he do with it? Doesn't need
Nest might be the first port of call here, Richie. And I mean, we already have someone taking that one down for England, and Marine was over there to help Jimbo, I believe it was, who captured it. So the reason I said, Nest would be the best port of call is because even though they're spawning over by the carbine side of the map towards the back, they can throw nades over. You still had Marine in this type of situation, in this location, with the railgun. That white corner, you can see so many strongholds, and Marine's using this to great effect. Yes, he misses that shot, but it won't matter. Look at the score. England, moments away from a grand finals of a major tournament.
He misses that shot, but I'm dead certain that pillar is dead. He shot it good. But there we go, 3-0, and Sweden go out on a whimper after roaring back against Scotland. But like Harry said, England had just too much sauce. They were different gravy. They have more slaying power on that side. Precision Knight, Jimbo, Marine and Hollers will advance with the 4 lions towards the Germans. It's going to be the old enemy in a grand finals. This is going to be huge, Harry.
Well, commiserations to Sweden. A wonderful run. Comes to the end in the semi-finals at the hands of England. I mean, I think they won over the hearts of many a viewer thanks to their heroics in the previous round. We can see here the game 3 stats. Beatley having a bit of an off game, but realistically, Rig Stronghold's a very difficult type of game. We saw that already earlier on with a goose from an unnamed player, because I don't want to put him under the spotlight further on this very same game type. I don't want to come across as I'm bullying, but it is a tricky game type. When the enemy team's triple capping you, you're either forced to select the objective or go for kills. In the end, if the enemy team has control of the map, they don't have to do those things. They can just focus on drilling you and preventing you from getting the objective. So, tricky game there for Beatley. Stats from Jimbo, +8 spread, but realistically, everyone from the English squad chiming in, and they advance through to the finals.
Yep, that's the objective done for England. They're through to the finals. They won all 3 maps, and the objective for us right now is to roll the dice and have a giveaway. As the word was armed, and I see people already putting armed and live in there. So we're going to roll that. Drum roll, please.
Jersey One has won the giveaway. No.
Yeah, I think I'll win that giveaway again, please, if you don't mind. I'll take 2.
Oh, my goodness.
2 codes for me will do.
Armed is the key word.
Armed.
The winner is...
Armed and dangerous. ...
Roll the dice.
Oh, there we go.
Snatcher.
The Snatcher. 69. Love
10 out
that.
of 10 username. Couldn't have happened to a better bloke.
The Snatcher must be a fan of a reverse sweep, says me.
Definitely. 100%.
Good man. That's a name play for you, fella. You reach out to Europa Halo, DM him, he'll get that sent over to you. Fair play. I didn't win it this time, but there's always the next one for me.
I didn't even enter. Unlike
You
you,
could've-
I don't
yeah,
like rigging
yeah.
giveaways. So
Now, what we'll do is we'll take a short intermission as we get this grand finals going, and it's going to be a best of 7 this time, so it's going to be huge. It's a potential for a 4-0. I hope we go to a game 7, but a short intermission. We'll get England, we'll get Germany all lined up. We'll get them, maybe even get the national anthems playing, such as the occasion. But we'll be back very shortly. We'll see you soon.